This is a video that I never thought I would ever have to make, but I just had to say what has been ticking in my head.
In recent years, a series of events involving the popular YouTuber Colleen Ballinger, more famously known as Miranda Sings, has come to light. Someone who I never used to watch, but remember seeing a lot in the early days of YouTube. In recent, she's been exposed for disturbing patterns of manipulation, inappropriate behaviour with underage fans, and even grooming, with some now describing her as the female Shane Dawson, and that can't be a good thing. This all began in 2017 when a guy named Adam released a video calling her out. Adam was a huge fan of Colleen back in 2012. He discovered her through her YouTube persona, Miranda Sings, and even ran a fan account back in 2014. In 2016, Colleen came across Adam's Twitter account and found it amusing. They started talking privately, and their discussions turned personal, including Colleen's ongoing divorce. Eventually, Colleen asked Adam to snoop around for drama about her ex-husband and other creators too. By doing this, Adam received a lot of hate, leading to his parents suggesting that he should stop. However, Adam claims that every time he tried to, he was always dragged and baited back into it by Colleen. But this is where things get very weird, because in 2016, when Adam was just 14 years old, Colleen sent him a package in the mail, which inside contained a pair of pants as an underwear and a bra. Yeah, and just a reminder that Colleen was late 20s at this point, almost 30s, and that he was 14. Colleen had a group chat called The Weenies, but this name did change throughout the years. It was made back in 2017, and the fans ranged from about 12 to 17 years old mostly. She would often drop personal life details into it regarding her divorce, would call them her best friends, and claim that she wanted to have sleepovers with them. Adam then became her social media intern and had access to her passwords, direct messages, and private information. Adam revealed that the relationship started when he was just 17. He accused Colleen of trauma dumping on him, sending him laundry when he was a minor, and even making him work for free. One incident that stands out is when Adam came up with the idea for a fake coming out tweet, making it relate to listening to Meghan Trainor, a tweet that was approved by Colleen. However, this prank backfired completely. And at first, Colleen was nice to Adam about it to his face, but then started bitching about him behind his back. She placed all the blame on Adam, painting him as the sole responsibility for the incident. Now this was in 2020 at this point, and Adam decided that enough was enough and decided to stop working as the social media intern. In a message to her, Adam expressed his love and assured her that he had logged out and that the situation had died down. But little did he know that Colleen had been saying negative things about him, which devastated him and eventually led him to make the video 3 years ago. Now, Colleen did respond to the allegations 3 years ago with a video titled Addressing Everything. In this video, she addressed an at the time 14-year-old video with racial stereotypes in them, claiming to deeply regret doing it. She also discussed another video which resurfaced in which she spoke negatively about an overweight woman.
An extremely obese Asian woman with facial hair, and she walks on and I'm like, please don't sit next to me, please don't sit next to me. Her like fat rolls are like rolling over onto me.
She also attempted to add context behind the controversial situation involving the sending of underwear to Adam, emphasizing that it was a silly mistake made publicly and not a sneaky or inappropriate act, but I don't know, like it's just weird as fuck to me. And I also discovered more inappropriate behavior in group chats, which I'll discuss later on in the video. There are more points to this, but I feel like that is enough to get a grasp of what happened overall, but this wasn't the end at all. Following Adam's original video, another YouTuber named Cody released a video attempting to debunk Adam's claims, which in the end actually ended up working in Adam's favor. However, just recently, Adam released a follow-up video reigniting the controversy and shedding light further on the situation, accusing Colleen of reaching out to various YouTubers, including James Charles, to manipulate them into defending her and attacking Adam. Another point that was mentioned is the whole 17-year-old age gap between Adam and Colleen. Adam was frustrated that she doesn't address his concerns and fails to acknowledge the power dynamics that played in their relationship. Adam's mom also got involved and sent a message to Colleen expressing her disapproval of involving Adam and even threatening legal action. Colleen did not respond to this though. In the second video uploaded by Adam, he discusses his relationship with her and the surprising support he received from her fans who share similar negative experiences. He also takes the opportunity to apologise to her ex-husband Josh, who he had spoken poorly about for years, as well as her fans for any negative comments he made about them. Trisha and Colleen have been deleting comments mentioning Adam on their podcast, which raise further questions about transparency and accountability. Adam also shares disturbing interactions between Colleen and young fans, and has also revealed that Colleen was reportedly obsessed with her ex-husband Josh, even when she was in a relationship with a new person. Another incident is also described where Colleen blew Adam and his parents off after they travelled to see her, showing a lack of respect and consideration. This was before one of her live shows, and her attitude changed completely when she realised that his parents were potentially going to be there. In the end, he only got to see her for 5 minutes, leaving him in the city Dublin, aged 15, with no idea where to go. But luckily his parents were around. But despite the ongoing controversy, Colleen has gone on tour, and it's said that she's selling cancelled merch right now. So that's the Adam and Colleen situation in a nutshell, but more and more has begun to pour out hourly on the subreddit Colleen Ballinger Snarks. Taking a dive into this wasn't very pleasant, I'll be honest. Take this post of a tweet from 2012, which, no matter the context, what the fuck was she thinking targeting this to children? Another situation has come to light with a 16-year-old fan, and she's just recently made a TikTok about it too. She explains that she purposely dressed a certain way because she wanted to be included in the on-stage segment, and she'd hoped to be in the porn segment. However though, she was called up on stage during the yoga segment, and this is what happened.
Now, as soon as I stood up from the audience, I saw Colleen's eyes widen because she realized I was not wearing pants. But for some reason, that didn't stop her from continuing. In fact, no adult at any point stepped in. I was laying under Colleen and she was smirking down at me while thousands of people were laughing, and I was terrified that my body wasn't covered up enough by the spandex or the romper. I basically felt naked, so it felt incredibly sexually violating. I was younger and my body was still developing and I was still becoming comfortable with myself, so for her to use my body as entertainment on stage really set my confidence back quite a lot. And not to mention, after all this, after the show, I had to walk back to my car where there was many men staring at me in a very predatory way that they were not looking at me before because of how exposed I had been on stage. So I literally did not feel safe leaving the venue.
Truly disturbing, and also very inappropriate for someone of her age to embarrass a child like that on stage. I also found this other video in which she describes a 14-year-old's outfit as porn on stage.
All it takes is a little breeze and I'll see all the bits. So this is a very good example of what you don't want to dress like. So this is porn. What's your name? Grace. Exactly. So, first type of porn is clothing, okay? This is example, not porn, porn. Not porn, porn.
I also found this other clip from Shane Pawson depicting Colleen to have bitchy and two-faced traits, which do add up to Adam's claims in his video. So at this point, things were looking bad, but I decided to continue my search through the subreddit and remember that group chat called The Weenies. Well, it's alleged that she uploaded this video into it and got young fans to reenact it as an inside joke.
I swear I'm not high.
The context apparently surrounding this is it's supposed to be a young girl in the group chat who asked how to use a tampon, and this was the response she sent back. There's also a guy on Twitter called Johnny who has just went full mask off and exposing her for numerous things. One being that she used to subscribe to Trisha's OnlyFans and have a viewing party with her friends and body shame her. It is also worth noting that at the time of recording this, Ethan from H3 Podcast has announced that she's going to make a statement soon. Johnny also called her out for a time in a busy restaurant where they had no seats, and she allegedly turned around and told the staff that she made more money than them. Which, if true, it really shows you what kind of a character she truly is behind this persona. I think overall, the biggest concern with Colleen lies with the extremely inappropriate behaviour with fans in her private group chats and on her live shows too.
There we go. Do you want a cheese ball?
I'd love them. I can't believe I'm reaching in there right now.
Right now her Instagram is flooded with angry comments, but I don't think she's gonna address this as soon as people would like. I'd also like to give a shout out to Colleen Ballinger Snark subreddit for their hard work in collecting information I've used in this video, and I'm gonna keep an eye out on this situation for future updates. If this video was helpful, then I would really appreciate if you could subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.